you know what I mean? The Boston Celtics haven't made the finals yet, but they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals and late in the playoffs multiple
and
seasons in a row.
and gone to a game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals with those guys that were still wet behind the ears.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Like, they were still foaming at the mouth, Similac, whatever you want to call it. They were still babies, bro. Like, they're not even the guys that they are right now.
At all, bro. And then you get them that last piece, bro.
Yeah, man.
To put with Jason Tatum, man, I think he's going to be a superstar, bro.
I think once you surround him with the right pieces, and it might even take splitting him and Jaylen Brown up, maybe to go with more of like a traditional, wingman. But I don't know.
To see that, man.
I'd hate to see it too, but I just don't.
Nice.
They're definitely dope, bro. I just think that they need upgrades at two different spots. Like, I love Kemba Walker, man. I just don't think Kemba's the right fit alongside those guys.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of lost, man. People hyped it up when Kemba got there. You remember they was throwing shade at Kyrie, like, why couldn't Kyrie do this? It's like, damn.
No, you know how I go, bro.
Yeah. But now it's like looking crazy with Kemba there, man. It looked nice in the bubble, and it looked like it was going to work in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and he got hurt. I know he also hasn't been 100% healthy since he's been up there too. So I think that's factoring into the situation as well too. So, it's just a matter of them finding their footing and making it work. But I know the biggest glaring weakness is they got to get a legit center. Them days to try and play a Tristan Thompson at the center as a starting center, bro, ain't gonna work no more. Not when he got to go out there against a Joel Embiid, bro, and get dusted.
And not when the reports are coming out that they don't even rock with him.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, I mean, I know Jaylen Brown jobbed on Twitter to defend you, mans, but I don't know, man. I mean, it would make perfect sense to me. I mean, you look at how he was moving to Cleveland,
Facts.
Not to mention, bro, the man's with the Kardashian. I mean, that's just not a good business investment these days, if you ask me.
Yeah, man.
Y'all say what y'all want. Say that they ain't no factor. I'll take it to the grave. Dating the Kardashian as a professional athlete factors into your life, bro.
Man, we turned it to a whole different podcast if I gave my opinion.
Oh, I'm sure. I think we'd be on the same page, and we'd probably be on some heavy rant stuff. So yeah, we'll still clear that.
Whoa, here she comes. She's a man. You already know.
Oh, bro. Hey, chill. Yo, chill.
Bro, they be, I don't know, man.
Oh, man. Let's
this type stuff, man.
I can't even let it. Hey, we got to reel it back in, man. I don't even want us to rock that boat, man. Oh, man. You about to get us. We about to get canceled before we even get our foot, bro.
But yeah, man, them Kardashians be hunting niggas, man.
They do, bro. I mean, it's a proven track record. I mean, Harden, Odom, Reggie Bush. I mean, you name it, bro.
Yikes.
Chris Humphries.
Kanye.
Right? Like, oh, man, don't get me started. Don't get me started, bro. But nonetheless, a couple other guys, man, trading news, man. There's I'm so mad I'm even having to discuss this right now, man. Because you know how I feel about my man Aaron Gordon out of Orlando, bro. I rocks with Young Buck heavy, man. Pause. But word on the street, and I actually heard this right before we got ready to go live here. He requested a trade. Magic are shopping him around, and now there's rumors that he's reconsidering his trade request. So I don't know if that means Orlando's not going to pull the trigger and get him up out of there, or if they're still going to do what's best for the team. But, right now, it's a very pivotal moment. And I get why, if it is true that he did say, I'm coming off the trade request, I know exactly why that's happened.
Why is that? You get to start it because this your team. And
right, my guys, my team, appreciate it. So word on the street is obviously, well, not word on the street. It's no known secret. Their season's lost. They're destined for the lottery at this point. Mad injuries. So apparently, due to them having probably about 10 different point guards that's worn a jersey for the roster this season, he's had to play a little bit of point forward for him. And shockingly, and since he came back from his most recent injury where he missed the whole month of February pretty much, he's been averaging 20 points a game, 5.5 assists, and 5 rebounds a game. And I'm thinking to myself, like, ball's in his hand a little bit more often now, got a little bit more control over the offense, and get this, your man's shooting over 50% from downtown.
That's craziness.
Insane for a guy that historically has not shot consistently above 38. So if he's knocking out the three ball with having a rock in his hand like that, that's lead me to believe like, hey, if I go to Boston, which is where that's the number one destination that's got Orlando's, attention up right now. He knows that them days of him handling the rock and getting those kind of looks is out the window. Period.
Hey
So
man, that's
go ahead.
craziness. Oh, I was just agreeing, man. But that I feel like that's how he should have been playing. He's not really a small forward or a power forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's kind of similar build to LeBron. I've never seen his handles in action for real. I haven't seen too many televised Orlando Magic games. I'm shooting at your
Oh,
team.
tell me. Oh, no, nah. You are stating facts, bro. I can count the times on one hand that we've been on national TV in the past 3 or 4 seasons. And,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't even count the playoffs because the playoffs is a different ball game. So, but nah, you're absolutely right. And it harps on my biggest problem with why, what's been going on, why he hasn't taken that next step, bro. Again, you're playing alongside Vucevic. He's a perennial all-star.
Yeah.
And too many shots have to go to other guys on a team like Evan Fournier. And people are going, and I don't care, man. I don't care how many boards I'm on, man. And I'm going to fight it to the death. The Frenchman needs to go. He needs to be shipped to San Antonio, for two bags of beans and whatever else you want to
Oh
throw in
my
there, bro.
god.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm
Bags
tired
of
of watching
beans.
this guy, bro. I don't care if we get 2 second rounders for him. Get him out of here.
I was
Period.
about to say that though, man. He's shown flashes of being nice, but man, like bro, you had a few good games. Don't act like you motherfucking I lost his name. Ginobili, nigga. Like you're not Ginobili.
He's not, bro. He be out here trying to pull off the dribble, Euro. And I'm like, dog. Like,
And the fact that he would demand so many shots is crazy. Like, I don't know,
exactly.
man.
And I promise you that's what's hurting that team, bro. So, like, when I see Gordon out here doing this thing with the rock like that, making some plays, shooting the ball, I'm like, hey, maybe we need to look into putting the ball in his hands a little bit more often and see how it looks. What do we got to lose at this point?
Facts. I mean, he was the bad guy in Uncle Drew.
I'm still yet to watch that to this day, man. I'm slipping, bro. I know he was in that movie too. I still ain't watched it yet. But he seemed like he'd be like a preppy, man. That'd be the bad guy. He seemed like he fits that mold.
You called it without even watching it. But
See, look at that. See, I thought, man, I don't know, bro. Maybe I'll follow Young Buck too closely off the court, man. But that's
last
wild.
thing I'll say though, man, is all this would do if he backed off of the trade request is playing to exactly what I'm saying. That they're just hyping this time of year up. You know what I mean? Like, is this going to be a reoccurring thing, man? Every year where they just fake, you know what I mean? Head fake these trade rumors and all this bullshit. I'm gonna be salty, bro.
Got us out here, man, cutting in our downtime.
Dog, I'm on Woj page today. Like, man, maybe something's gonna happen. This nigga just promoting his own podcast and his show on ESPN later. It's like, bro, where the news?
Like, come on, man. Woj, we ain't heard of Woj bombing. I don't know how long, bro. Like, God. It's definitely maddening, dog, for sure. Shout out to AG, man. I hope he stays, man. But if he dies, he dies. It's like, nah.
That's messed up.
if he gets traded, he gets traded. I'm gonna have to come to grips and accept the fact that we just gave away another future All-Star for nothing.
Real talk.
But nonetheless, man, we're gonna get ready to move to another guy that's picked up a lot of steam here recently, man, with the trade rumors. Young Kyle Lowry, man, the long-term anchor, man, for the rap show, man, and it's obvious. I called it at the beginning of the season, man. I'm like, you lose Marc Gasol, you lose Serge, you really didn't replace Kawhi at all, man, and there's still an APB out for Spicy P, so All that hype, man. Literally, he was a hot 16 player, bro. Like now, my man's irrelevant at the moment. But I hope he finds his way. But I want to see Kyle Lowry definitely playing in a different situation, man. I think the Raptors are definitely shifting into rebuild mode, and they need to rebuild around some of those younger guys. And do the right thing by Kyle, man. Send him out, send him to a contender where he can still get the best get the best out of these latter years of his career.
Real talk, man. Like you said, let him have his choice, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another name, bro. I'm gonna be extremely disappointed with the Clippers needing a point. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Why would you not? And then I felt like he was in heavy discussions and with going to the Heat and stuff like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man,
There's a
if you,
big market for him right now, man. Shockingly, the Lakers just emerged today as a possible trade destination.
that'd be fire.
That would be, man. I would like to see him. I mean, I think LA is a good fit. Um, the Clippers clearly use him. Period.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not sure about the Miami move because I think in this case with Miami, they're going to take a step backwards from where they actually have a very good. They're in a good position to build for their future. And I understand them wanting to get somebody in the race, but last time I checked, you still got Goran Dragic and Kendrick Nunn on that roster. Last time I checked,
yeah.
so I'm kind of like, do you really need Kyle Lowry, or do you really need another guy that could create his own shot? Maybe up front like Aldridge. You know what I mean? Like, I,
You,
I'm not in that. And not to mention, if you do get Lowry, the Raptors have made it clear any deal involving Lowry with them, Hero or Duncan Robinson, and obviously if you had to choose between the two, they're gonna dig their feet in and want to get Tyler Hero between the two.
nah,
Um,
you can't give up Tyler Hero for
mm-hmm.
Lowry, bro. He has his upside is crazy to me.
His upside's dumb crazy. You're right.
Duncan, get that, yeah. Let's do that now.
So, of course.
I'm just saying, man. He's not as consistent. I don't want to shoot at him, but
No, I
that's just
mean,
that.
yeah, I mean, I think you're absolutely right, bro. I mean, he is what he is. He's a 3-point marksman, that knows how to knock down shots. When he's open and he plays okay enough defense.
Yeah,
He is what he is. Nothing more, nothing less. Still young, but I can't see him like transforming into an all star. Whereas that could possibly happen on Tyler Hero. I mean,
facts.
that dude's a hooper.
Yeah, man.
Tyler
And he
Hero's
ain't
a
scared.
hooper. Not scared at all, man. Does not fear the bright lights at all, man. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure Miami makes much sense, man, for Kyle Lowry and for them to make that deal. But if they make the deal, let's see what happens. It might pan
For
out when they
real.
need it. Because
The
they were
Clips.
missing Goran Dragic in the finals when they needed another point guard.
That's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't be mad at them trying to replace him,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
anybody else that's kind of crazy other than Duncan.
Right. my, my man said, I'm done with Duncan Pender Hughes.
I got a problem with people named Duncan that be barely Duncan.
I can't, bruh. So you got a problem with Dunkin' Donuts too, then, huh?
Yeah, you already know.
I can't, man. Too funny.
But nah, man, Lowry should try to get to the Clips, bro. Just picture like,
Yeah.
is the PG in the shooting guard backcourt?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just picture him and Pat Bev in the backcourt locking shit up, bro. They got
I like to see
defense
that. They definitely got defense, man. That
and
defense
they
ain't their problem,
feisty.
man. Yeah. They got the pieces. But ball doesn't belong in Pat Bev's hands. He is I know
Yeah,
he plays the point guard by default, but that's mainly because he's a short, gritty defender. You know what I mean? But he's not a facilitator. It's just not his game.
it should kind of like put him at 2 because he can knock down the shot, but not
Yeah.
like heavy. He shouldn't get like heavy shots, but
Yeah,
put him
he
at
can
the
knock down
2.
if it's creative for him, which is the reason why he fit well. And
Yep,
he fit well when he was down there in Houston alongside Harden, because Harden could handle the rock and hit him when he was open.
yep,
So, and he took on the better defensive matchup to help hide James's lack of a desire to play defense at that point in time.
yeah,
So,
man.
you know, and bro, side note, where's your boy Lemon Pepper Lou at, man? What's going on?
It's crazy, bro. It's a few people, man. Even man, I'm gonna let him slide because he's a vet in the game. He probably like not even thinking about basketball, especially with how crazy the world been the last year and
No
a half.
doubt, no doubt.
So, what happened to Jabari Parker though?
He is in the no man's land, as I'd like to call it, Sacramento Kings, bro.